Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers. Today we're going to be doing a different type of trailer. It's very unique. We're going to be doing a Trailmanor. If you're not familiar with what Trailmanor is, it's like a mix between a pop-up and a normal standard trailer. A lot of people love these because they're easy to park in your garage if you have an HOA. They're easy to see over when you're driving down the road, so very easy visibility when you're towing this thing, and it's super lightweight. So I did a video on Trailmanor about a month ago, and it was more about how hard it is to set it up and down. So I am not going to be setting this one up and down, but I will put the video at the end of this video so you guys can kind of see what that kind of entails and how hard it is. But let me just tell you, it is not hard. It's super easy to set these things up, so definitely check that video at the end. In this video, we're going to kind of go into the specs and the features that it has. Today we'll be doing the 2720 QB, and like always, we're going to do the specs first. It takes me 1 minute to do those specs, and then we'll dive inside. Let's go, guys. So the basic specs on this 2024 Trailmanor 2720 QB. The length closed is 20 feet. The body length opened up is 24 feet 4 inches. The exterior width is 7 feet 11 inches. Your unloaded vehicle weight is 2,960 pounds. Your cargo carrying capacity is 1,650 pounds, which brings your fully loaded weight to 4,610 pounds. Your hitch weight is 346 pounds. Your tanks, your freshwater tank is 20 gallons and your gray water tank is 35 gallons. Let's jump inside. All right, let's go into this. It's in our pop-up lineup because it is kind of considered a pop-up. These are super unique trailers. If you're needing something that is small, super lightweight, and opens up into something that's massive, look how big this thing is. And I'll show you when we come outside kind of where it closes up to, so you have kind of an idea. But like I said, I did a video closing it up and opening it and things like that. So definitely watch that video at the end. So as you walk in, this is kind of an open floor plan, I guess you would consider this. So I'll come to the back so that way you guys can kind of see a view from over here. Trailmanor is probably the most unique trailer I have ever sold. It's definitely a niche market. It's definitely for certain types of people. So if you don't like this kind of trailer, I understand. But if you have an open mind to it, it is very versatile and it is super easy to set up. You get tons of space. So you really got to think, this thing closes up to 20 feet, like I told you in the specs. So you're towing something that's only 20 feet, and then once it's opened up, it's 24 feet. So it's like having a full-size trailer, but having a pop-up that you tow. And it's also enclosed, so it's not like a pop-up with the canvas siding. It's all enclosed in here, solid walls. That's what people love about these. And what else people love is that if you have an HOA and they don't allow you to kind of have things parked in front of your house, especially a big trailer, a lot of people love these because you can park them in your garage, which I'm going to go into at the end. So definitely stick around with me because I want to show you something that this thing does in the front of the trailer to allow you to put it in your garage. So right as you walk up to this area, you see you got one big bed. I have a lot of boxes. Those are some extra features that it comes with, and I'll go over that in a bit. But you got a nice big bed right here. So that's why other people love these Trailmanors as well, is because you get massive sleeping areas. This is not a small bed. You can easily, comfortably sleep 2 people right here. So 2 adults, no problem. Plenty of space. You got windows that wrap around the entire Trailmanor, as you can see. And they do all open, which is nice. So if you don't want to use the AC, all of these big windows open up so you can get a nice breeze in here. You know, turn on your vent fan, crack the windows and let all that fresh air in. If you look up here, you got some cubbies. They're not big, but you could definitely store some stuff in there. You got speakers on both sides throughout this whole trailer. And the lights, the LED lights are super bright, and you could turn them off individually. You got to actually see one in person to see the quality. They are built really well. This is not a cheap trailer by any means. So if you have a dealership that sells these near you, definitely go check them out, because I would honestly tell everyone to maybe just look at one Trailmanor before they make a purchase, because it might check a lot off the box, off of your list, and it's just super easy to use. You got a dinette right here. It does have an extra leaf that you could put on to extend the table. So it is a bigger table, and you can turn this into a bed as well. So you just fold that leg up, and then it goes down onto these stoppers right here, and then you'll put the cushions on. So I mean, you could probably sleep another 2 people right there, no problem. So you got 2, 4, 6. You got the big bed in the back. This dinette is super comfy. Definitely enough room. I'd probably always have the extender on though, just so you got extra space for 4 seating. Over here to your left in front of me, you got plenty of USB ports. Look at all those USB ports they give you. Usually you only get like 1 in a trailer, but they give you tons, and these work off the battery. So that's what's great about these USB ports, is you don't need to be plugged into a generator or shore power like you would with these normal plugs. So those make it very simple and easy to charge your stuff. You got kind of like 2 separate areas for your kitchen. You got like more of the cooking, your stovetop and oven, and then over here you got your sink and your fridge area. So you got a big sink in this. They give you these. These are obviously cutting boards, or it serves as another kind of prep space, countertop area, but a massive sink. Plenty big to do dishes. Sometimes, you know, I always say this, they make them so small that you can't even do your dishes or fit a plate in there. And then you got tons of counter space. So they do give you quite a bit of counter space in this trailer on both sides, considering that you still can use the top of the sink and the top of the oven with the stovetop right here. So down here is your fridge. I guess that would be one thing to consider if you're wanting a bigger fridge. In Trailmanors, the fold down Trailmanors, you tend to get the smaller fridge. So it's not super big. This is a 3-way fridge. It does everything on its own too. So if you just put it on auto, it'll take care of it. And then it has a freezer, but it's really tiny. I mean, I don't really know what that'd be used for. The best thing to do is just buy a Yeti cooler, honestly, because when you're opening and closing this a lot, it doesn't stay cold. So it's a good idea to have like something like a Yeti cooler for your drinks and stuff. That way when you're opening and closing that a lot, it won't mess up your fridge area. It's got really good speakers and sound system right here. So it's all Bluetooth. I wonder if it's, yeah, so you could just hook your phone up right here or Bluetooth. And like I said, you got speakers inside and outside. Really nice. And then you got some storage down here. It's kind of taken up a little bit by the water heater right there. And then this is like your readings for your tanks. So you got your black, gray, and fresh water, your batteries, all your readings right here. This is for your heater. So it does have a gas heater. It looks like it has a 30 amp solar controller, and you can get solar on this. This one must have solar if it has the controller. So it's a 100-watt solar panel on the roof already. So that'll trickle charge your batteries. You got your water heater right here. All you do is flip a switch and it'll do its thing. So not bad. And then you do get storage that you can lift up underneath both of these. They're not super big, but you do get them. So I'll show you. So you got some storage down there. And then on the other side, actually you don't get storage right here because, let's see. So your fresh water tank is right here. So there isn't really storage, but it's nice that they put that tank enclosed inside of the trailer. You know, that way it's not exposed to the elements outside. So there's kind of your sitting area and your fridge and all that. To the left of me, we got your stove top. And if you just push this back, this is kind of your backsplash, so grease doesn't fly around. There's a glass top on it. And you got a 3 top burner. It ignites itself. So, or I guess it doesn't ignite itself, but it has an igniter. That way you can light these. You don't need a lighter or anything like that to light them. You do get an oven on this. This is the smaller oven. So, I mean, you're not going to be able to bake a turkey in this or anything, but it is big enough to put a pizza. I love my pizza. Let me shut this door real quick. So pretty standard stuff. I will say on these, the countertops are a little lower than like your standard trailer. They're not exactly like normal height, but that's because it has to fold down. They give you tons of storage in this. So now I'll kind of let you know what's in those boxes. So see all of these hangers up here? So because this folds flat, usually you wouldn't have any cabinet space at all. But this one folds down, and then you get a bunch of cabinets that come with it that you hang on the wall. So that's pretty cool. So you get a bunch of these that basically anywhere you see those little silver things to hang your cabinets on, that's where you'll get a cabinet. So you get a cabinet here, and then you get another cabinet over here. And then there's another one that goes somewhere down below. But really nice that they do that. I can't remember. It might be an option where you have to add that for extra money. But at least it gives you an opportunity to have cabinet space, because this all folds down. And you usually, obviously you wouldn't be able to get cabinet space because it closes down like that. But rest assured, they do give you some cabinet space. It's not just all down here. So you have all of those extra cabinets that you can hang on the walls, and then you have these over here. So you got another one right here. It's really interesting how this thing sets up. It was made by an engineer, and he definitely thought it through, because it is way easier than it looks. Nice wood cabinetry. It's not particle board. Then you got some drawers down here. So you have your shower curtain and just some more window covers right here that match. Another drawer down here. So I would say the cabinet space is really good in this, considering it's more of like your pop-up style trailer. It's kind of hard what to call this thing, because of when you see the video of how it folds down, it's pretty crazy. See, like this cabinet right here, this wardrobe, it actually slides on this track right here, and then it comes down. It'll fold forward, and then it comes below this countertop right here. And it's crazy how light this thing is. It is super lightweight. Look at that. It's light. You can move this thing around real easily. So if you're concerned about lifting all these things, they definitely used a certain kind of material that's really lightweight. Makes it easy for you. So there's a little wardrobe right there. You got some more plugs right here. It looks like they give you a lot of plugs in this thing. So you got some there. You have another one right there. You have that one I showed you right here. And then looks like that's pretty much the ones in the kitchen area. So I would say you have enough plugs for like your Keurig, coffee pot, things like that. You do obviously need to be plugged in to a generator or shore power for these plugs, because it's not tied into an inverter or anything like that. So right here is your bathroom. So this all folds down, which is crazy. It's kind of hard to imagine, but it all folds down to right there where that seam is. And I will show you the bathroom area now. All of this material is really lightweight, so don't let it freak you out. So it is a separate toilet and shower. It's not considered really a wet bath, you know, when the toilet is in the shower. So you do have a separate area. It's not bad. It gives you a little more space. And you got, I'm surprised they gave you a sink in this thing for the size. You got your fan up there. You got some cabinets down here. Let's see. Not super big. Then you got another little one right there. That one's pretty decent. And then it's easy access to your plumbing. Good sink to wash your hands and brush your teeth in. And then I'll stand in this. That way you can kind of see. I'm sweating like a dog. So don't judge me. So there is the headroom I got. See if you could see me. So I still have some room. I'm 5'7". It's not bad at all. And then you got a curtain. Try to turn you slowly so I don't make you sick. There's a curtain that you put in right here. The one I showed you in the drawer, so it'll wrap all around this. And then your toilet is interesting. I'm telling you, this is like a certain type of customer that is looking for something lightweight and small. So I understand if you're like, what the heck is he showing us? But this window does open, and it's got some nice frost tint on it, so that way no one can see in. And then I'll sit on this toilet so that way you can get an idea. It's a porcelain toilet. That's impressive. They actually give you a porcelain toilet. All right, that is not bad. I mean, it's not great, but it's also not the worst I've sat on. Like my knees aren't touching. And then the shoulder space is really good too. So you got plenty of room up here. I mean, they did the best they could. It's not bad at all. I would say the only thing in that bathroom is the space on the floor to kind of like dry off. I guess that's kind of tight. That would be the worst part of the entire bathroom, is you'd probably just better off just getting out of the shower and like putting a curtain right here so that way you could dry off real easy. That would probably be the smartest, honestly. Put a curtain rod right here and maybe something to cover. But I'm not impressed and I'm not upset about it. It's kind of hard to put a big bathroom in something this size. I am impressed though that they were able to do a separate toilet and shower instead of the wet bath. Some people would probably prefer that. That way it would have given you a little more floor space. So maybe that would have been smart to do a wet bath in there, just so that way it would have given you more floor space. But who am I? I'm just the tour guide here. So back here is your main bed, the bigger bed. This one is huge. I guess I can imagine myself like camping in this thing. It would be really cool, especially with all the windows you have. They wrap around the entire trailer, and it would be kind of cozy in this thing. It is a big step up. That's a pretty high step up there. You definitely might want a step stool to make it easier. But look at all this space. It's crazy. My head is touching, let's see, I'll show you. My head is touching the wall, the roof. I'm 5'7", and that's how much room I still have. And then I have all of that. Look at that. Massive bed. So that would be the coolest thing about this too, is the beds that you get for the size of trailer. You have no problem sleeping adults versus like some trailers, you have to use like a dinette for them to sleep on, and they're super tiny. But you get this big bed and the big bed in the back, and this one converts into a huge bed too. So you can truly sleep 6 people in this thing, and they're not kids, you know, on the other beds. You can actually sleep 6 adults. So that is one plus on this. But look at all the windows you get. How fun would that be to wake up and see out all these windows and the view you got? So definitely a special kind of customer. In the RV industry, there's a butt for every seat. That's what we say. We say it a different way, but we'll say it like that for now, for YouTube. It does have a roof-mounted AC. So it's the biggest AC you can get. That thing will cool this place off very quick. It is not ducted, so it's just a dump straight from here. And then I did say you have a gas heater. So it's ducted just through there. But it is a 20,000 BTU furnace, so that is plenty for this size of trailer. You definitely do not need to worry about it not being enough. So this is kind of like my first real tour on the inside of one of these. Last time I just kind of set them up. So I want to make sure that I covered everything on this. The main thing about this is the setup. that's what's really important. You need to go see if you're able to set this thing up. The video I did kind of showed you what you need to do to set it up and down. So in the inside of this trailer, the height you have is 6 feet 4 inches. So you got plenty of headspace, I'd say. It's almost like a normal standard trailer. And so now we'll go outside real quick. That's pretty much the whole thing. The outside, when it's closed, this is going to be important to you guys. So we'll come outside real quick. When this thing is closed, the height of it is 6 feet 7.5 inches. So if your garage door, you should be fine when this thing is closed. So it'll close down to right here where this line is. So if you could imagine how much that closes down, and then you have to account for the AC. So that's where it would be at 6 feet 7.5 inches for your height. But it's definitely an interesting trailer for sure. This thing will close up so that way your windshield is protected. Looks like it does have a crank tongue jack. That'd be the first thing I'd switch out, is an electric one. That's not a problem though. You just switch out these 3 bolts. You got dual propane tanks, 1 battery with the battery disconnect. So when you want to store this thing, you just turn the batteries off. And then you do have a propane connection right here. So this will tie into the front propane tank. So if you want to bring a grill along, something like that. That's just your exhaust for your heater. You do got a plug out here. So if you want to bring your TV out. A very interesting trailer. You're gonna like how these tanks are protected on this thing. They do a really good job. You got some storage right here. So I would say the storage on the outside is kind of limited, but you can't expect a whole lot. Let's see. You got storage under there across the whole bumper. And you do have a receiver. So obviously it's not for towing, but it'll hold 300 pounds. So if you want to put a bike rack back here or anything like that. But look how solid all of your slide outs are and everything. It's all that fiberglass right here. So it's solid. You don't need to worry about like those poles being the only thing that's supporting you. But check this out. Look how protected your drains are right here. Diamond plated. So all of your tanks are protected really well, whether they're inside or outside. But they put this underneath on the trailer. I'm trying to show you. It's kind of hard to see in there, but it is protected like that underneath as well. So I love that about these Trailmanors, is how well they protect your tanks and everything. You got a 6-gallon water heater. And then this is for your potable water right here. So if you're out dry camping, you'll fill this up, and then your city water if you have full hookups. So when this thing closes in, it needs to come in on both sides too. So it'll come to right here, and then on this side, it'll come to right here. So it closes up a lot, so that way it'll fit in that garage. So the standard garage length usually is right around 22 feet. This thing is 20 feet closed. But what I love about this trailer that I think is really unique is they actually give you this tongue, this front part of your hitch will actually swivel over. So it'll give you an extra 2 feet to park it in your garage. So this front part will literally break in half. So you take these pins out and it'll fold over, and that front part will come over here. So that will give you a lot of extra space, an extra 2 feet if you're needing to store it in a garage that's maybe not a standard size. So I think that's really cool. I've never seen it before. I wanted to show you guys, but obviously I wouldn't be able to do that because the tongue jack is down. What do you guys think? I really want to hear what you guys think about this, seriously. Tell me don't ever show anything like that again. I just think it's a really unique idea for people, and it works for some people, obviously. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that tour. I know it was a little different than what I usually do, but I'm trying to do a mixture of everything for everyone. You would be surprised how popular these things are. They actually get probably the most views on my channel since doing one. So I want to mix these in once in a while just for the people that are looking for something that's really compact and easy to tow. Like I said, I know it's unique. It's definitely a special type of customer. But watch my video on how easy they are to set up, and I think you would consider one, honestly, because of how big they open up and all the space you get. And then once you're ready to tow it, it's simple. So I try not to talk too much about what I'm doing with the channel or personal stuff until the end of the video, because I don't want to bore you guys in the beginning. But I am going to Oregon in about a week. So I'm going to be trying to post videos every single day until that trip. That was my goal. So I think we're going to do it. That's awesome. We're going out to San Francisco, and then we're driving the 101 all the way up to Oceanside. Me and my girlfriend go every year, but I've never done the 101. So if you've done that, definitely give me some pointers on things to see maybe. I'm super excited. So once that trip comes, I probably won't do a video every day for that week. I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like things to look for when you're buying your first RV, tips and stuff like that while I'm in Oregon on the beach. You guys could see the view and everything. I thought that'd be kind of fun. So I'm not going to probably take off the whole week. I might do a couple videos while I'm out there, but if I end up not doing a video for the week, don't worry, I'm coming back strong. Once I get back after that trip, I'm going to be hitting it hard and doing a tour every single day. So if you're new to the channel, definitely stick around. And like always, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks.